Okay, we are here. Let me open a browser. Maybe I can you see it? Okay. Right. So we'll wait for some people to join in, then we'll start. Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to it's my free time today. I got a little bit of free time. After that I'll have to work, so I thought I should come live and maybe create a simple application so that you guys can be motivated to learn Rust. So I'll be creating a simple CLI application, a kind of to-do application, which will, like a to-do list. I'll do that, and we'll first create a version that will not store its data. I mean, after closing an application, it will forget what list he has saved, and later on we will add persistence to it. For now we will use a JSON database, like we call the JSON DB. We'll have a JSON file stored somewhere, and we are going to write that file, and once we close an application and restart it, we are going to load that application file, that JSON file, and will show user if he demands a list or something like that. So we'll do that. Okay, so what all things do we have to first of all we have to think what else, what is the statement, what is the problem statement, and then we can just think toward the solution. So I will use this just to show you guys what we are going to do. All right, so we are going to create a to-do application. So first of all, whenever we create a to-do, it's simple that it will store a list. It has a title, it has a description, and it will save it, and you can always fetch it, delete it. So what else are we going to provide in it? So we'll create a to-do application, and you can list the items. Okay, you can add the items, you can delete it, you can delete the items. All right, so you can list the item, delete the item. Maybe you can change the status, like we can have the status like pending, done, pending, or completed, right? So we can do that. But to create that application, hello, to create that application, what do we need to have? Like I already defined the operations that we are going to do. So our problem statement is to create a to-do application that has to be persistence, right? If I close the application, it has to maintain data. but before that we will have to come up with the raw form that okay, it doesn't matter for now. If we close an application, it will store the its items, but we need something running for now. So these are the things, and maybe if we are going to define what kind of list it is, right? So what a list will look like, it will have id, a title, a description, a timestamp maybe, right? A created at timestamp, and a status, right? This will be our list. A list will look like this. So again, if we want to so we have to use some data structure to store that. For that we will use hash map, right? And we will have a list over here, and this list is going to be stored over here. Now in this hash map, if I say if this is a hash map, come on, how can I write it? Okay, if this is a hash map, then it will have a key value, right? Key and a value. Okay, it's fairly understandable that value will be a list. This is the list, right? What should be the key? We can keep any key as any unique thing, right? So we will keep it id. But the thing is, when we add a new list, how do we get a new id? There could be an issue, right? Or maybe not. I'm just like thinking out loud here. So our main thing is so our outline has been drawn. We need a hash map. We are going to create a list. What else do we need? We need a user input as well. User input. So how the user input will look like? User input could look like we can say, he will say once we start things, he is going to put a command like add. The first item could be a title, let's say add let's say shopping, and the second could be a description, buy milk, right? We can do that. So either we can create something like that, or maybe we can create something more like this. I say to do add. Already we are inside to do, so we should not define that. It could be like we are that's okay. We can say add. We can provide something like title like this, shopping, description like this, blah blah blah. So maybe we can do that, this kind of thing, but let's go with the raw form first. Maybe we can only do this. We'll say add will define a type. What do we have to do with the list? Is it kind of so the commands could look like this. So add shopping by milk, this means this is going to add item on the to do item, which title has shopping and the description is by milk. And we can have another like this thing like list. So this will list all, or maybe we could have another item that says list with an id, let's say 3. So the item on the hash map with the third id, we could fetch it. So maybe we can do we will do this. Again we will have one more thing over here, that is delete, or delete will delete the item, but we need an id. So delete with an id would be good, like let's say 2. We need another command. We can have another command over here. So list would be there, delete would be there, add is always there, right? We could do this. We can have something like mark id with an id as completed or pending. So pending will be by default, so we'll mark it as completed. So we could have 5 commands, right? Add, list with an id, or delete with an id, right? Or we could have one more thing. Let's say we can say empty, right? It will empty the list. Hello Vijit. This could empty the list, the entire list. So after this list could be like we can have an empty hash map. With this we will mark this thing. This will remove the item, remove item from hash map, right? Hash map. This will fetch item from hash map. This will list all items from hash map, and again this will add. So no issues in that. So we'll create a kind of 6 commands. So yeah, I hope you understand this. We'll create a to-do application. For now it will be non-persistence, so it will be a simple to-do application, right? It will be non-persistence, right? It will be non-persistent, but later we will add yes, right Abhijit, right. So yeah, this could be currently it would be non-persistent, but later we will add a JSON DB, like a JSON file. Alright, so change the status, a list would look something like this. A list would be stored in a hash map with a we need to make sure. I'm not sure even now that do we need something like that, but I'm thinking of it. Okay, then we have a user input and it would look like this. So I want the user input to be like a command, right? So we need to figure out how to do that. I mean how to fetch that thing. But as starting, as a normal, like a guy who is writing this code, we will see how to fetch the user input. That I already defined in my first video, that is there on the channel if you want to check out. Then we'll figure out how things like that. Maybe we could break it. Maybe we could do like the first element would be a title, a second would be a description. So we'll do that later on, do the enhancements. Okay, let's go here now. CD, let's start making this thing, right? So cargo new, we'll say to do, cd to do, and vim. All right. Okay, let's start with this thing. So let's give some introduction about our application. We'll say welcome to do app. Okay, maybe give something like that, and there will be a new line at the first as well. Okay, maybe we could create something. If I do, okay, now let's take the input. All right, maybe I can show something like I can say enter help for commands. All right, now let's say let command is equal to, so I'll have to like RFS, where the landscape stream, it's not a chapter, I mean it's not the next video of the thing. So if it would be the next video of the series that we are doing, it will be surely on a landscape mode, but it's just a simple application. I thought I should like quickly do that, so I came here like that. Guys, make sure you like this stream, and if you have any issues, feel free to come on chat. Make sure you vote down the stream. You should be seeing it on your devices. There is a poll running on. All right, and if you have any issues, feel free to jump on chat. All right, guys, we'll do that. If you want to know like about how we take user input and something like that, I'll be doing that in between as well. But I have also started a series you can check out on my channel. I do live stream as well, so the uncut version, if you want to see the uncut version, go to the live stream section. You will see it here. But if you want an edited version, you want to like run it in 1.5x and just see what's that doing, so you can go on the video section. Okay, all right. So in order to take the command, we need to first like create a buffer on which that stream from the terminal will sit on, right? So we'll create a command variable over here, and we will create a new string variable. Guys, come on, like this stream here. Okay, now what I'll do, as I already told, we have an IO module, and I think we have a standard input function over here that has a function, a read line, right, that takes a buffer, and the buffer is type of it's a reference of mutable string, right? So we'll do and mute command, right? You see now, if I do command and make it a mutable reference, then it returns a result, right? So for now I'll just do expect. It will return the OK value to me and handle the if there is an error and then it will show a message in case of any error. But if you want to perform some actions on the return result type, you need to handle it using a match, okay, for an OK and error value, right? I'll say failed to read the input, right? Let's see what's going on. It says cannot borrow it as mutable. Yes, of course we have to make it mutable. So you see, by default I do React, Node, TypeScript, Rust, not Vue. React Native as well. I mean, so this is it. So you can see by default this command variable that we define is immutable by nature of Rust. Alright, to make it mutable, we have to specifically define a mute keyword on it. Okay, now that we have command over here, let's see how it looks like. Let's understand this. If I do print a lane, let's see how commands look like. Okay, let's see how it looks like. What is who says I didn't used Vue, so I'm not sure how it is. I have few people in my previous organization that were working on Vue. I think they were doing pretty good as React at that time. I'm not sure now, but for React I can say, yeah, it is good. I'm using it. I mean, I can use it. Good updates. Okay, now let's run this thing. If I go over here, I can see cargo run. So I hope you understand why hello panda. I hope you are like you understand why I do cargo run. Bro, record. Yes, drop the link. Not now, but I'll do that. So if I do cargo run, it will build the application for me and also run it. But if I do cargo build only, it will only build the application. All right. So in order to run the application, I will not do these two things separately. I'll only run cargo run. So if I run cargo run, you can see it's saying it says welcome to do app, enter help for command, but you know, it says enter help for command, so we'll create a function. If the command is help, we will print out few commands that we have defined just now on the draw app. All right. So let's see how much how we can do it. Let me just do it like this. Yeah, that is good. So if I go over here, I can see we have something like this, right? So let's try out this add shopping by milk. Okay, if I do add shopping by milk, what else I can do? By milk, utensils, pencils, pens. So this is my description, it is right. So if I hit enter, let's see how it is shown. So it's like an entire thing, right? Add shopping by milk, something like that. Okay, but I want to pass it as a command line variable. So basically I want my command to be look like this: add title shopping description like this by milk. Do you think I should like kind of define double quotes over here? If I do it again, I'll say add then I'll say by milk and milk and utensils. Alright, it says add shopping by milk and utensils. What do you think, guys? So I actually created my first. Bro, I already told you, you use Vim and still use arrow key. Isn't that uncomfortable? I have kind of hang of arrow keys. I mean, I can use like HJKL, but not very fan of HJKL. So actually created my first portfolio. Can you bro, what the heck is this, man? Why are you spamming it? I already told you, drop the link. So let's figure out one thing, how to pass command line arguments in Rust from CLI. Maybe we can get something over here. Okay, I can use this thing env and env.args.collect. How should the command look like? There is anything accepting command line arguments. Yeah, we can take help of command line arguments. Dash dash search string example this. Yeah, we can do that. I can say add dash dash, but I think dash dash will work over here, right? Maybe we can do that as well. env.args.collect. Shall we do this? env.args.collect. So I think the argument will work only when when we first start our application? What do you think? Or it will work in between this? What do you think, people? Hmm? What you think, guys? What you think? See if I can do something like this. And okay, buy milk. Yeah, that could do, sir. That could do. We'll break it over here and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we can do that. Now let's understand this thing. Now I have something in command, right? So I have the command. Now let's create our structure over here. All right, I'll say struct list. How the list would look like, let's see. It will have an ID, right? Why I'm doing an unsigned value? Because this ID cannot be negative. Make it simple. Hello, right? It cannot be negative. Guys, come on, do the polls and make sure you like this stream. That is that will be good if you like this stream. Betty, come on. So I need a, let's go over here, this thing, right? So we have ID, title, description, a timestamp, and status. So we'll have a title, that is a string, description. Maybe I can write just description, right? I mean, we can change it later. ID, title, description. We have status of, by default it would be pending, so I can use an enum. So guys, one thing, why do we use an enum? So you understand, enum will be used where you have finite kind of set of possibilities and you cannot go out of those possibilities. That's where you use enum, right? Enum are used where there. So I mean, if there is a traffic light, there could be three colors, right? Red, green, yellow. So you define enum would be the perfect case of these three. So here I can see the status for me will be fixed to, right? Either pending, either completed. By default it will be pending. So there is a chance of improvement over here. Currently I'm just doing string, but later on we can make it an enum and we can set a default value over here, that is pending. All right, because a status cannot go out of these two values. It could not have a third value. There will be only two values for an status, right? Either it will be pending or it will be completed. So we have a status and we can have a created at, right? We can have a string. We'll use, I think, a chrono crate for that. So should we add it? How do we add an crate to our existing project? How do we add it? We'll say cargo add chrono, right? Let's go here, let's see, cargo terminal, we have added chrono. All right, so what else is there? We have id, title, description, a timestamp, you see. Id, title, description, timestamp, status, and that's it, right? That's it. All right, so we have this struct over here. Now let's create struct. Now profile, I like my profile. CD100 rider. Okay, so the application name is to do application. It's a to do application that we are going to create in Rust. Alright guys, now you understand. We have created list. Now we need to store that list somewhere, as we already discussed over here, that we need a hash map, and that list will go inside a hash map. Yes, I did already. So we need to have store this list on a hash map. Now we need a hash map somewhere, so we'll create our kind of database, right? So here is the issue, that's what I'm saying about. A list has an ID, so you cannot pass ID from the command line, right? It should has to be inbuilt, like it should be done under the hood, like generation of ID. Storing it, we can say it's simple. We create a list, we store it, we insert it into a hash map. For ID, what we can do, ID, we need to maintain an ID because we are using it on the local. We do not have any auto increment thing, but we can replicate a auto increment kind of thing. How do we do that? How we will do that? How auto increments work? If there is a record inserted, the next ID would be greater than 1, right? If there is a record going to be inserted on a database, the auto increment would be if then ID an integer and auto increment, then auto increment property, then the first record would inserted would be 1, the second record inserted would be 2. So how we can do that? Maybe that could help over here to add that ID, right? That ID, thereafter it will generate automatically, it will be unsigned. So maybe we can say map over here. Should we call it map? We call it db. So db would be a hash map. Db would be a hash map key, and the value would be a list, right? And maybe we can call a next ID over here. For now, by default, it would be 1. Correct. So next ID would be, by default, it would be 1. Okay, and this would be this. Now we have created our database struct. Guys, just give me a minute, it's raining heavily, I need to do something. Yay. Welcome on the chat, guys. Welcome on the chat. Talk with me. So, Uncle, it says, bro, looks like Reddit mode. Guys, come on, you need to hit that like button. Hit that like. Uncle, to-do list. Yes, yes, yes. Help us understand it better. Okay. Break it down so we can understand. I kind of already did. It's not very much hard. Obani Jesu. Yeah, so maybe let me just, so I'm creating a to-do list, Obani. Here you can see the details about it. We are trying to make it persistent, so but we'll come up with the raw approach first. Okay, so on the to-do item we will add, delete, change the status and something like that. The list looks like this: id, title, description, timestamp, status. For now, when we are not making it persistent, so we need some kind of data structure to store the value. Hashmap would be the good approach for that. So we'll store the hash map on the list. All right, and this is how the user input will look like: add shopping, buy milk, something like that. Then there will be a a command. If the user enter list, then we will show him all the list, the entire list of the to do. If he says list with an id, then we'll fetch that id. All right, if he say delete an id, he will delete that item from this. If he say mark to completed, then we will fetch that id and mark it completed. And if it says empty, then we will empty the entire to do list. All right, yeah, that's it. Maybe we could add another over here, maybe that says quit. So we'll quit the application, right? I hope this makes sense. Yeah, so it's like that. Okay, now let's do that. So now that we have created our struct database, it will act like our class. All right, it will act like our class. So we need to, you see, how do we create a class and that add functions to it, methods to it, so that we can use it. So we'll use the struct database like our class. We'll extend the implementation over here. First of all, we need to initiate these items, correct? We need to initiate these structs. So we'll initiate our database, we'll initiate our next id. By default it would be 1, and that id would be inserted on the list if there is an add. And once it is inserted on the list, we'll update the id to +1. hash map is not Rust specific. Obani, you are better at Golang, but I mean, I don't understand it. Rust, like hash map is not, it does not belong to Rust. It's a data structure. Rust does not mean class. It doesn't mean class. We twist Rust feature to act like object or oriented thing. It doesn't mean class. Coming from a class object oriented background, it helps us understand this programming language. Hash map is a data structure that stores a key and value, right? A key should be unique, and value you can store anything, so it makes a collection. It's a collection. All right, Obani. So now extend this thing. We'll say MPL database. Let's create new. All right, it will return something. What does it return? It says database. DB would be hash map new, and the next ID would be 1. Okay, so new is an associated function, so there is a cool. So new is an associated function. So associated function, there is a difference between a normal function and associated functions over here. Associated functions, they do not have the parameter as self, right? So these are associated function, and if any function that has the parameters as self, that is not an associated function. Okay, that's what we are going to create now. So there is an associated function inside this struct that is called new, and how do we call it? We'll say database double colon, right? Double colon new. So that's how you call a associated function, and if you want to call a normal function, you will use a dot. All right, so now if I call new over here, now let's create few things over here. We have to think. I got a command, right? So what if I pass the command on the database side over here? Maybe I should initiate this thing first, database, right? Okay, maybe then can I create something like fn get command like that. I can say self, and command that would be a string, and it will return a string. Would that make sense? And then maybe it could say, you know what, no, we need a type here as well, right? We need a type here as well. Maybe it could return a tuple. Maybe we can do that. We can return a tuple that has a title and a description. Rest is everything. We'll make it here, right? So maybe we can say it will return a string and a string, right? So it will return something like this. It will return something like this. Title and description like this. So it will return something like this from the command, right? From the command. So Nandakishore, hello, hello, Nandakishore. Guys, come on, make sure you like this app. Make sure you like this stream. Do it. So, welcome everyone. I can see the votes. That is good. That is good. Pretty much solid. So, but you need to like this stream as well. Come on, do that. And we are starting. Okay. You know what? One thing we can do over here. You know what we can do? Maybe we can, instead of this this get command, what it does, it is going to fetch this thing, and you know, we can have this thing on a separate function as well, so that main function looks very clean, right? We only need to call functions that will do all the operation and will give us something, right? So maybe we can just do it. Instead of get commands, I would say get commands. Maybe I can create a function over here that says take input, right? And it is going to return a string. Right, it will return a string, and maybe we can write it over here, and it is going to return command, right? So I think this is good. This is good. So we have take input, we have get commands. Get command will do this, but how do we let's see if it is let's call this thing, I'll say let db equals to database new. So see how I am calling an associated functions. So it is called by double colon using Arch Linux. Yes, right. Now I can call something like I'll say let command equal to db dot take input. I cannot call it because I don't have self in it. Now I can call take input. This will give me the command, and here I can say I need to simply call it, right? I'll say db dot get commands. I need to pass in the command over here, but I think I should pass this thing like that so that I don't have to do it like that. Mismatched. Let's see what it says. I'll just do cargo build. Okay. Consider using semicolon here. It says expected this found this. Maybe I can say let command. It's not command, it's basically input. So commands are here, by the way. I can call it string like this, and maybe I can pass something like input over here. Alright, and I can make sure this is like this. Move occur over here, so I'll just use this. Let's do this. And David command found this. Take the ownership of the receiver self. Okay, I got it now. Because it is going to take the ownership, so I'll just do this. Amazing. We are done here. But I just have one more thing over here. Can I just no, because it's not about this thing, right? Fields db are never used. That is okay. Let me just do cargo build. Cool. Alright, so we have kind of get this thing. Now let's see what do we get. Or two. And to help, I'll say add shopping by pants. Cool, I'm getting it. Command is add shopping by pants. So my which platform are you coding? Platform my illusion. What are you coding in? I'm coding in Rust. I'm using new Vim. My editor is Astro and Vim. Rust. Okay, this makes sense now. So maybe I can just break it over here on. I'm lost. Ooh, okay. lost on what? I mean, let me know if you have any issues. So maybe we could break it. The first item we could have it as a type of command. The second item we could have a title, and the third item we could have description. Okay, can we do that here? This tuple, can we have it like this? We can say type dot to. So I'm just filling in the placeholder here. These are not the actual values that I will return. I'm just filling in the placeholder that how will our how will our things look like. So the tuple will return now the 3 values, right? Breaking the command. Is it exam? No sir. Command over here. I need to make it generic, so let's see. what does it have? Maybe we could return type and the rest of the string, then maybe we could just break it. Yeah, that makes sense. This way this get command function will be generic, because currently I'm just omitting out the three variables in the tuple, right? But sometimes if I do delete one, that will be two, right? So I'll use only two. The second string would not be splitted though, it will be passed as entirely. I'll just say title and rest of the string, right? I will just remove this thing from here. The fn main and fn take input. Yes guys, come on, I like this stream guys. This is the thing. Come on people, we have around 48 people watching, around 40, and we have 11 likes. Let's make it even. Come on, do that. Come on. Yes, fn take input and fn new. So can you please just go ahead? Okay. This is any programming language. One more time. This is any programming language. Okay, get comments. Obani, go ahead. The main function and fn take input. Then what? Guys, come on, do the polls. It must be running on your screen. Now the commands, I'll have this. Now let's see how it goes over here. We'll print the command. Okay, now let's run it. Hey, why do we have only one terminal over here? Okay. Yeah, that is opening up quite a bit. Alright, I'll do cargo run. Let's see how it goes. Add blah 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 blah. That is good. Okay, now let's do it here. And now I'm getting the commands, right? So if I look over here, I can see I can have a space in between, then a string, right? So three things that I can differentiate on. Maybe I can say, if I do, let's do this, add blah blah add blah 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 blah. Okay, can we do something like let for now let's say data equals command dot split white spaces. What does it return? Dot collect. Maybe I can just call it a vector of string. Can we just print oh, it doesn't implement that thing, right? So you can do that. What does it say now? Cargo build. It says cannot be built from iterator. Value of a string cannot be built. Blah 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 blah. Iterator item has type this. You know what, maybe we'll figure it out for when we print it. But it says command is this. It doesn't make on this, right? So if I remove this thing and remove this thing, does that make any sense? I need to define a type that is good. Type must be known at this point. Okay. Okay, yes. All right. Guys, I'll have to go now. Maybe I could come later on, but I have to leave for now. So you see, error gone. Let's quickly see how the data looks like. We splitted the string onto the, based on the white spaces. So I'll just do cargo run, add blah buy milk and utensils. So now we have an vector over here that says add blah and buy milk from utensils. That is good. That is nice. Now I can do something like 0 will be based on the type, and the 1 and 2 indexes would be the title and description. That makes sense. Oh, let's say so, guys. Either you wait. I'll have to go. I'll be back after few minutes. The function there's a main. I'll do it later. Do the db here is from scratch. Yes, it's not a scratch db. I mean, it is like I'm using hash map for that. to store it, but later on I'll just make it persistent by using JSON DB, like a JSON file to maintain that. I will write that file. Alright guys, I'll be back in a minute, so I'm just going. So bye 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 bye. Hello. I'm back. I'm sorry for uh, keep you guys waiting. Let's see. Let's go over the chat. Sorry for the repeated comment. No problem. Please explain the function there in main and take input. Main and take input. Do the DB here is from scratch. Kind of, but no. Linux, yes. I can see XFC, yes sir. Noise bro, thank you. Vibe coder, no, not a vibe coder. Facebook hack कर दो. डाकू चोर कहीं के. Sale, where is the coder? Here is the coder. Hi, hello Xavier. You want to lose his audience? No. Hey, come back. How to super chat? No option to super chat. Narendra, hello. Had hash map for breakfast yesterday. Awesome, bro. All these Vim stuff useful or just placebo? Placebo. Yeah, just a placebo, man. It's just a saline. Not a real stuff. Okay, where were we? Actually, I had to pick someone and then I set for lunch, so took time. Let's see what we are doing. Alright, guys, come on. 16 likes. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Come on, guys. You should be seeing a poll. Awesome. 17 likes. Nice. Okay, so what we were saying, we got this right. Add this and this. So just one more thing. Maybe we could just dot collect. What if I say data 1 dot trim? Why am I like my terminal changes size? I just don't understand it. Let's see. Add the okay, I'm getting this. One is this, right? Okay. So I need over here, I can say because that is this, so I would say data 0 dot string. I can do this, and here I can say, because it's like that, right? So I need 1 and 2 here, so probably I can say format data 1 and data 2, right? Do this. Now let's see what do we have here. So this is it. Okay, so we have a type over here, and we can later on split title and description. So this way our get input function would be kind of generic, right? So it could be used anywhere. Now that I have commands, maybe is the tuple I get, right? Take input and this. Let's search one thing. I am just declares cannot be changed, that is fine. Coordinates this okay, so basically what language is this, Jessica? This is Rust. Hamson, hello. Sale, are you doing this for freelance work? Bro, I would love to do some work, like I would love to freelance some work for a client who want me to create a to do that he can get it from ChatGPT. Nice joke. Nice joke, buddy. Come on, people. Hit that like up. Now we have commands. We can get it like all the values by 0.1, 0 and 1 like that. Now we need to process things. Alright, let's go here. So our command would look like something like this. Add a type would be there, and this thing over here, right? So basically if I do list like that, the second thing would have been this. Okay, now let's see. Maybe we can have something like here that says db dot process commands like that, and we can pass commands over here, right? We can create something like that. Let's remove all the println. Okay, so what does process commands could have? A process command could be doing something like it should have a match statement. That is input, take input. You know what, there is a problem with this thing. It will exit as soon as I hit a command. That's what we are saying, right? but I want it to run continuously until I hit a command called exit. That's what we wrote, right? So I need that thing, but for now I'll have to keep this thing in over here. I have to use it outside this thing. Okay, we'll do that, but let's hit the process commands first. In process command, what I'll do, I'll have a match statement that will loop through all of these things. Dude, that's the bad way. You must be hearing the beep of death. My UPS is going to cry out now if I didn't get the electricity back, because I have like very much hardware attached to my UPS, like 2 monitors, 1 mic, 1 camera. So it will soon be out. So let's see. If I'm out, then it's a goodbye. If I'm out, that's a goodbye. And if the electricity back before my UPS dies out, I'll continue. If not, I'll wait for the electricity to come and then continue from here. Meanwhile, what you can do, you can rejoin. And how you can rejoin, you should hit that bell icon after subscribing. Alright, so that once I come back, we can all start from here. Before just going out, thank you everyone whoever came on chat and for the likes. It was a good stream that we had. So in the process command, I think what we'll do, we will have a match statement that will match based on the commands. Yeah, and then later on we will create a file called maybe db.json that will take the that we will write this hash map into. We'll use a command, a crate called surd.json. We'll use that to manage our JSON. Hello sir, is that Rust? Yes. Yes sir. Yes, it is Rust. So my UPS is out. It's out guys. Bye bye. I'll see you later. You must be hearing that continuous tick sound like a bomb. So I'll be out.